everyone, some hot news have just arrived. In the absence of the competition, it feels that there are even more of them. In this video, I'll clarify some details about the transfer of the Olympic Games, and I will talk about the main information that the Averina sisters said in their interview, on how they're going through quarantine and how their life is like. Also, there will be some important information from Irina Alexandrovna about the quarantine and Sasha Soldatova. Before you begin, do you remember what do you have to do? You have to click on the red button under the video to make it gray. And don't forget to like this video. I will be really happy. Recently, a meeting was held at the International Gymnastics Federation, where the committee discussed the important details in connection with the transfer of the Olympics. The qualification for the Olympic Games was an important issue. At present, only 75% of the quotas to the Games were distributed, and the rest should have been carried out before the end of May. But this was impossible due to the coronavirus outbreak, and most likely will not happen. So the committee decided to postpone all the qualifying rounds to the nearest time when all the restrictive measures in connection with the pandemic will be lifted. So you don't have to worry about all the quotas that were won by gymnasts already. They will still have them, and the remaining girls will be able to win them immediately after the quarantine will be over. Also, an interesting moment with an age for the Olympics. Since the Olympics were postponed for a year, respectively, younger gymnasts can take part. And if before in 2020, the youngest gymnast at the Olympics could be a gymnast born in 2004, then gymnasts from 2005 can apply for the Olympics in 2021, which means that the competition in all the countries will increase, and there will be much more applicants for quotas and medals for the Olympic Games. Also for us, less interesting but also important information is that judges who were supposed to work at the Olympic Games will continue to work. There are no new selections and there will be no review of the places. And the official information on the rules. As I expected, the rules will remain the same for another year, and the new ones will be introduced in January 2022. In general, everything remains as it was, and the rules will change after the Olympics. In fact, it just turned out to be a 5-year Olympic cycle. Another interesting point was the statement that the search for the candidacy for the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Championship in 2021 is still ongoing, and it turns out that in 2021 we'll see both the World Championship and the Olympics, at least judging by the information published on the official website of the International Gymnastics Federation. Perhaps this moment has changed, but they didn't upgrade us with new information. It will be interesting and certainly difficult for the gymnasts. It will be interesting and certainly very difficult for gymnasts. On the other hand, Irina Viner in Russia can send younger gymnasts to the World Championship, and thereby all the gymnasts could compete at the world arena, not limited to a quota of 2 people. We will follow this moment, and it seems to me very interesting. By the way, this can also be an advantage for the national teams of Belarus, Ukraine, Bulgaria, where now there are also more than 2 leading athletes. Evita Krishkina's United States gymnast shared how she conducts her quarantine. She trains in the basement of her house and makes throws on the street. She says that it's not easy to train at home, as she's always distracted by her cat and family. Evita shared that sometimes they train in conference calls with other gymnasts of the team. At the moment when quarantine was just announced, Evita was in Portugal and getting ready for the competition. But the tournament was cancelled and the gymnasts were forced to go home. Now, Evita devotes herself in mostly of studying of the basics in gymnastics, since there is no way to train fully her exercises. The Averina sisters also recently conducted a live broadcast on Instagram, where they told how they now live in Novogorsk.
Всем привет! Мы находимся сейчас в разных комнатах, потому что нам нельзя быть вместе. Мы сейчас в Новогорске на карантине. И живем мы по одному. А мы в соседних номерах. Вот Ариша от меня справа находится.
Girls shared their daily routine and how their trainings go.
Мы просыпаемся, у нас меряют температуру, потом у нас идет хореография в комнате, каждый по комнатам. После хореографии у нас идет прогулка с предметами, потом обед, немного отдыхаем, УФП, опять прогулка с предметами, ужин, вечерняя прогулка и отбой.
Сейчас мы в зале не работаем, у нас закрыли зал, его там обрабатывали. Ариш, как тебе сложнее тренироваться, сейчас или как было?
Не знаю, сейчас, наверное. Но это нельзя сравнить, что мы тренируемся на улице и тут. в комнате, что мы тренируемся в зале.
Coaches connect to girls through video calls to control how girls complete their tasks in their rooms. At the training session that takes place outside where girls train with apparatus, coaches are also present. Due to the transfer of the Olympic Games, the girls were upset at first, but now they just continue to train. Dina tries to heal her back while she still has time for it.
Нам сейчас, нам не очень сложно без тренировок, потому что надо привыкать к этому режиму. Все, что не делается, все к лучшему. Мы все равно тренируемся и с предметами, и ОФП, и хореографию. То есть, можно сказать, мы тренируемся.
Irina Alexandrovna gave an interview on the radio Komsomolskaya Pravda, where she told how she had to prove at the level of government leaders that gymnasts should train around the clock, and in no case the sport base can be closed, as this will terribly affect the athletes.
И поэтому убирать их сейчас с базы и закрывать эту базу — это равносильно смерти, как спортсмен имеется в виду.
Irina Alexandrovna also mentioned about Alexander Soldatova, how she is doing and how her recovery is going. She also said about her hope for Sasha.
Сама ее очень люблю. Ну и, конечно, она стала звездой, и она необычная, и она красивая, и она эластичная, и она выразительная. Она прекрасная гимнастка. Ну, в общем, сейчас вроде бы мы нашли такую серьезную клинику, которая ей помогает. И я думаю, что вот Олимпиада отложилась на год. Это как бы на руку этой девочки. Возможно, будет для нее каким-то стимулом, чтобы снова начать тренироваться в полную силу и готовиться к Олимпиаде. Думаю, что она восстановится.
On the whole, all of my assumptions came true. Irina Alexandrovna also believes in Sasha, that she will succeed in recovering for the qualifying rounds. And if she will not go to the Olympics, then at least she will compete with other gymnasts. Write down in the comments below what do you think about this. Well, a very cool challenge was supported by gymnasts of the Russian team. Gymnasts who were not only in Novogorsk, but also in different parts of the world, such as Vera Biryukova, Alexandra Soldatova, Arina and Dina Averina, Daria Trubnikova, Yana Lukonina, Yulia Bravikova, Uliana Donskova, Daria Dmitrievna, Anastasia Bliznyu, Alina Makarenko, and Yana Kudryavtseva. In my opinion, it turned out really cool. Well, that's all for me. Thanks for watching this video till the end. Remember that I love you all, and for now, goodbye. The video was translated and dubbed by Alexander Soldatova.